Have you ever noticed something strange about your money? You earn more than you used to. Your income slowly increased over the years. On paper, you should feel stable by now. But instead, there's this quiet pressure. You're not in crisis, you're paying your bills, you're functioning. Yet somehow, it still feels like there's never enough margin. One unexpected expense makes you tense. One missed paycheck would hurt more than you'd like to admit. And despite doing everything right, financial comfort still feels just out of reach. This isn't about bad decisions, and it's not about being irresponsible. It's about one habit almost every household has and almost no one questions. Let's start with a normal situation. Imagine someone living in the US or Europe. Nothing extreme, nothing unusual. They earn around $60,000 a year, or 45,000 euros. After tax, that becomes something closer to $42,000, or maybe 30,000 euros. Now, life begins to subtract. Rent or a mortgage comes first, maybe $1,500 a month. That's $18,000 a year, gone. A car payment follows, $400 a month. Insurance on top, fuel, maintenance. Student loans quietly pull a few hundred more. Credit cards take their minimums. Groceries, utilities, subscriptions, phones, internet. None of this feels reckless. None of it feels indulgent. It feels normal. And that's exactly where the problem starts. Because when everything feels normal, nothing feels optional. By the end of the month, the money is gone. Not wasted, just absorbed. Then something good happens. You get a raise or a better job. Your income goes up. You expect relief. And for a moment, it feels like it's coming. But slowly, without any big decision, life adjusts. You move to a slightly nicer place. Not luxury, just quieter, safer. The rent rises a bit. You upgrade your car. Nothing flashy, just newer, more reliable. The payment increases. You eat out more often, buy better groceries, subscribe to a few more services. Again, nothing irresponsible, just small improvements. And then one day, you notice something uncomfortable. You're earning more than ever, but the pressure is back. Sometimes it's worse than before. This is where most people assume the problem is spending, but spending isn't the real issue. The real habit is this. Every time income increases, households quietly turn flexibility into fixed costs. That's the habit that keeps people broke. Not broke in appearance, not broke on paper, but broke in freedom. Fixed costs feel safe. They feel stable. They feel like progress. A better home, a reliable car, predictable monthly payments. But fixed costs don't care how you feel. Once they exist, they demand to be paid, every month first. You can delay a vacation. You can skip shopping. You can eat cheaper for a while. But you cannot pause rent. You cannot negotiate a car payment with your mood. You cannot tell a loan to wait until things feel easier. So as income rises, flexibility quietly disappears. Let's look at simple math. Say you earn $42,000 after tax. Your fixed costs add up to $32,000. That leaves $10,000 a year of breathing room. Now your income rises to $50,000 after tax. But your fixed costs grow too. Better rent, bigger car payment, higher insurance. Now your fixed costs are $42,000. You're earning $8,000 more, but your flexibility is smaller than before. That's why it feels confusing. You did better, but life feels tighter. This isn't a personal failure. It's a system that rewards visible upgrades and ignores invisible freedom. There's also a psychological reason this habit is so powerful. When your income increases, your identity changes, not consciously, quietly. You stop thinking, I earn more money. You start thinking, I'm this kind of person now. And that identity comes with expectations. A certain type of home, a certain level of comfort, a certain standard that feels appropriate for who you are. Not to impress others, not to show off, but because your brain wants consistency between who you believe you are and how you live. Living below your identity feels uncomfortable, even if it's smart. So households slowly lock themselves into higher obligations, not because they want luxury, but because they want alignment. The result is a strange emotional state. You're stable but fragile. Nothing is wrong today, but there's no cushion tomorrow. This is why so many people feel anxious despite earning decent money. Their income supports their lifestyle, but not their resilience. Financially intelligent households think differently, not smarter, not more disciplined, just differently. They don't ask, can we afford this payment? They ask, what does this payment cost us in freedom? They understand that money's real value isn't what it buys, it's what it allows you to avoid. Avoid panic, avoid desperation, avoid being trapped by circumstances. They treat fixed costs with caution, not excitement. Not because they fear spending, but because they respect flexibility. And flexibility is what creates calm. Not abundance, not upgrades, calm. The kind of calm where a problem doesn't immediately become a crisis, where income changes don't force life changes, where money feels like support, not pressure. If this feels familiar, if you earn more but don't feel safer, you're not failing. You're just doing what most households do automatically. The difference between feeling broke and feeling secure isn't income. It's how much of your life is locked in. Once you see that, you can't unsee it. And awareness alone begins to change how you think. If this helped you see money more clearly, subscribe for more calm, realistic conversations like this. Nothing dramatic, just better thinking.